Guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Finally got back to our broadcast. I'm better. Thanks for everybody. Send me blessing. That kind of, some people got more powerful blessing. I can actually sense it, believe it or not. But but thank you all. Thank you all for the blessing, and I do feel a little bit better. This weekend is our long weekend, so we're gonna be kind of busy. But still, I do want to wrap up this whole baby thing. Due to where I begin, right? So I don't have much time, but I'm hoping I can finish this couple episodes quick before I have to go. So anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Hi, everybody. Excuse me if I talk quick. I realize my talking speed have a lot to do with the way my brain thinks. So, if you speak really fast and then I couldn't help, I would just have to speak really fast. So sometimes it might come across really noisy to you guys. But, bear with me. Today I want to talk about abortion and the baby spirit. The reason I want to talk about that is because earlier this week I talked about those people who try to have baby but couldn't get conceived and all that, right? But, life is not all like that. It's not like, hey, I want to have a baby and then, I just get pregnant. I mean, of course, to a majority of people it is, but not everybody's like that, right? There would be time, come to circumstances, for whatever reason it is, you would choose abortion is the way to go. And, I'm not judging you guys because I understand what it's like and how hard the decision is for you to come to this decision. Like, I cannot keep this baby and I have to let it go, right? Morning. So based on that, I want to share a little bit personal perspective. Again, I only speak for myself. Personal perspective as a psychic, like what really happened when the abortion happened, what really spirits know, or what actually happened right after that. So some people just private message me and ask me a couple questions. Let me try to move this so I can see. So I'm gonna start my episode by answering some questions. They want to know, since I talk about soul choose our own parent, we choose our own parents, right? So when the parent decide to have abortion, do they know? Does the spirit know, you're gonna choose the abortion? So the answer is yes. If, it will come to the conclusion that most likely you won't keep the baby. The chances they know, the soul know, right? Because it's a process of you probably emotional, spiritual learning, and then you have to come to that conclusion. So when a parent decided to have abortion, would they somehow trigger so-called karma effect? No, I would have to say no, because from the moment you're pregnant till the moment you decide to have abortion, I believe if many of you already have that experience before, you know how you most likely already dealing with your struggle, your own sadness or whatever. It's not an easy thing. I mean, a lot of people think it's easy, but I do want you guys to understand it's not that easy. It's not like, they are not. Yeah, sure, you will hear people say, oh, they're just embryo, or they are, whatever it is, but it's really not that easy. It's really not that easy for people to decide, okay, I think abortion is the way to go. It can be their circumstances. It can be the situation that they simply don't allow that. And then do understand it's part of, for the pregnant mom, you may or may not believe it's actually, they are so connected to it, right? So getting rid of that is not like, hey, I just gonna do it. I mean, sure, we have so many ways to brainwash ourselves to make ourselves better, but that doesn't erase the guilt that we feel, how sorry we feel, and then which will, slowly extend to later on story that I will share with you guys. So in regard of triggering karma effect, I would say no, because abortion itself is already a task for people to learn or to evolve from. So here, he just want to know, is there anything I can say to those people who decide to have abortion? I do. I have a lot to say. As you guys too. I have a specialty to make a short story long, but I'm really trying to cut it short here. I do have a lot to share with you guys. I understand many people out there who may come to this crossroad, deciding whether I should keep this baby or I should have abortion to get rid of baby. I mean, I understand due to circumstances, sometimes, it's not really you want to, but you have to. It's a choice that you have to, right? And then I understand how hard it is. And I understand how difficult, like all the emotional thing that you have to deal with. What I'm here to share with you is your baby knows. Your baby knows, right? The spirit, remember what I'm saying? Spirits is all about knowing. They're all knowing. Unlike we human living in the justification or understanding of logic, the world of logic, which only contain like 33% of really the whole being, the spirit in the spirit form is all about all knowing. So they do know you will come to this decision of not giving birth. But this is another story I will share with you. I told from the previous broadcast, I already talked about this. I say if a soul is destined to be your child, if a soul, let's say this particular soul, is destined to be your child, it doesn't really matter how many times you try to abort, like to have an abortion, it will become your child. If you're not sure how many times, I give you an average, it will say average about 3 times. Every soul will give you at least a 3-time child, 3-time trial. I mean, if they find out you are the best fit parent, they will attempt to be your kids. If you somehow they already know you have an abortion plan, intact, they will give it a try about 3 times. But those rules do not qualify to those who destined to be your child. That is, if you are destined to be their child due to whatever reason it is, can be karma, can be whatever that is. That means no matter how many times you try, they will become your child. So it's like that every time I have abortion, I will kill a soul, unlikely, soul knowing. So what they do is, does the soul live in your body as soon as you get conceived? No. Usually the soul do hang around you before you are conceived. So that's why sometimes a sensitive mom will sense there's child around them, or sometimes they feel they're gonna get pregnant. That's because usually when the soul find out there's a fit parent, they will start hanging out around you. I would say roughly about 6 months to 8 months before they wanna get conceived, right? So when they get conceived, do they coming right away? No, they still hang out around you. Usually when the embryo starts to have a form, which is around 3 months of time, that's when the soul will try to come in. Do they stay there all the time? Unlikely. They still wander sometime, right? But this is a time they will try to come in with a body and try to attach, as I say, try to get used to this body and get attached to this body, or learn to synchronize with this body. When does it happen? Around 3 months of time. So now I want to talk about, I don't know it happened in Western country, but it happened a lot in Asian country. Usually some parents, if they have abortion and then they ever go see a psychic will say, oh, you have this baby spirits tied to your waist. That's why it causes you a back pain. You have this, baby spirits. And then they will say due to their abortion, how many times their abortion, they will see they are baby spirits hang around you. Now I want to explain that. Couple episodes back, I talked about there are different type of ghosts. In this case, this baby spirit is falling to that category. Is fed by human energy, human thought that create this ghost. So can some psychics see it? Yes, but not. It's not a guarantee every time you have abortion, you will have this baby spirits hang out or tie onto you or whatever. The reason of that is, in the previous several episodes, we talk about how human conscious can create this, karmic creditor or karmic, collector. I'm so confused by the name now, but whatever name that is. That is same thing as those baby spirits, like some psychics sometimes see, not all the time. And then they tend to hang around you. how it creates is usually created by the guilt, same thing. So that falls into the third type of ghost that I was talking about. Usually when parents decide to have abortion, no matter how they act outside, they internally, or emotionally, they have this guilt they have to cope with, they have to deal with. Some parents, as I say, if you don't know better, right, you will think every time I have abortion, I get basically kill a spirit. First, understand this, spirit know. They do know if you would choose to have abortion. So, but if they destined to be your children, they will come regardless, no matter what, no matter how, right? If they are not destined, you just happen to be the best fit of the parents of them, they usually would try at least 3 times. In regard of how long, as I say, in the spirit form, there's no time dimension. So it's not like, 3 years, 4 years, but let me translate into human form. They don't in soul dimension. There's no limitation of time and space. But as a human, you can almost expect between a span of 20 years of 3 times. The kids would try, right? They would try to be your kids. So if you understand all this, then you will understand having the baby spirits hang out with you all the time. That doesn't make sense. Sometimes psychics say there's a baby hang on to me. Now I'm going to tell you where it come from. It come from your guilt. Because the moment you decided, I don't want this baby, you may, based on your background knowledge or whatever, you may start having guilt to feed into this. You start feeling sorry about a child that you had and you have to give away. Or start to create those sensations, sadness or something. You have to go somewhere. As I say, any sensation, any feeling, any thought that you generate have to go somewhere. Now, since you guys have a little bit of awareness, now you simply know where it goes. So you start feeding into it. So when you start feeding into it, it then start form into what you think it would look like or what you expect it would look like. So some people will see, baby spirit tie on to around this area because all that guilt, we continue feeding without even knowing, right? Some people will see some baby following them. It really simply projecting on how you think they should look like, how they feel, how you feel, right? So if you continue feeding into that, they will become a burden. As I said, your body simply responds to what your soul command. If your soul have a component that you cannot have a burden you cannot rid of, the chances your body will feel the same as well. That's why sometimes people will feel pain or they will feel that, or maybe because you never really take good care of your body. Understand, having abortion is do a lot of damage to your body. You do have to take good care of your body. So anyway, here I'm just trying to share with you, or really to understand what in my psychic perspective, what actually happened, because I do also see a lot of people who, due to circumstances, they couldn't keep the baby. And, they weren't anything tied down to them. I mean, sometimes people use planting the tree, They plant the tree, they put their thought into tree, hoping the tree will grow better and things like that. In that regard, unlikely they will have something. Sometimes people have a broader understanding of soul. So instead of having guilt feeding into their body all the time, they try to put blessing instead. Like, I know you will try, I will take care of my body next time. Until you come to me, I'll make sure, this is the best environment for you, right? So instead of thinking negative, you can also think positive to create a better environment for your future kids, right? So anyway, this is a little bit opinion that I have with you guys. So this specific person want to know, what can I say to you all who choose to have abortion? What I really can share with you guys is I understand life, things happen. Life is, more unpredictable than we want it to be, right? For whatever reason that you choose to have abortion, I understand how difficult it is. I understand how hard it is for you to come to this decision. So what I really want to share with you is, there's a reason why this happened. if you decide to come to this decision, understand during this process of time, you have to work a lot within yourself. You do have to eventually find that peace within yourself and then be okay with the decision that you made, right? Same thing as we have to be okay with all the flaws we have as a person in our life or whatever, because that's a part of reason why we are here and doing what we're doing and hoping our soul can evolve, right? So if you understand that, also understand your soul, does your baby know you're going to have abortion? Yes, most likely they do. Most likely they do. So would they just die? Unlikely. They don't really come into your body until about 3 months. Do they stay there all the time? No. I mean, even my own kids, they're in and out all the time. Sometimes I have to, I know it sounds stupid, but sometimes when I was pregnant, I have to tell my soul or my baby, say, don't go too far. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, they don't always stay. They always go in and out because they have to get used to this body. And then will they continue trying? Yes. If you want to know how many times, at least 3 times. At least 3 times. Whatever happened, they will try to be your baby for at least 3 times in the span of about 20 years. I know it sounds crazy, but in the span of about 20 years. And then if the kids is destined to be your baby because you are the best fit parent ever and then they cannot find anybody else, the chances, it doesn't matter how many times they will be your baby regardless, because that's the test between you and them. So, you know, in regard of if you worry about there will be some baby spirits, you are haunted by it, what I'm saying is don't, because those fall into the ghosts that I told you from previous episode, like they simply there because you feed them energy into it. So instead of you want to let your guilt or sadness or something to generate like spirits that eventually become a burden of your soul and your body, again, the best way to do is give them blessing. You know, I'm sorry I made this decision, but you know, I know like you would try again, and I think next time it happen again, I will give you the better environment. I'll take a good care of myself, and I will, you know, give you a better environment. And then meanwhile, when you do have abortion, girls, guys, I guess, take care of your body, really, because it does big damage on your body. So take good care of your body, you know. And then emotionally wise, I believe it would be boys and girls. Not cope with it. Find a peace within yourself. Do find a peace within yourself. Talk about it. Don't keep everything inside, because that's how you get sick. Communicate is really important, especially if it's a decision between 2 people. That would really help you guys grow together as a soul, and then also set for the better platform for the next one. So anyway, I hope this will answer the question. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, I see you guys next time. Bye.